New Japan Pro Wrestling pulls their trap card on WWE, and WWE 2K20.
Loading snacks.
What's good, Loading Snacks Universe? Your boy Jokes here, and it's time for another edition of Wrestle Wednesday.
Yes, sir! Let's go.
Appreciate that. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. First, we're going to start with the WWE and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, it's not a secret, WWE is trying to expand the business internationally. So showing up in other countries, especially one in the UK, NXT UK, Saudi Arabia, they're trying to expand and do big things. The main place they've been trying to expand to, Japan. So, what's the easiest way that you can possibly get in on a different country without necessarily having to do a lot of footwork?
I don't know, but tell us.
You buy a company. Everything's in place. You just gotta go and change some foundations to your liking. Boom, you're in there. So WWE tried this and failed. So they tried to buy two companies. One, Stardom, and the other one, Pro Wrestling Noah. They tried to go over to Japan, buy these two companies, and so they could begin and start with their NXT Japan brand. Unfortunately, these deals did not go through. Ironically, not that far after WWE tried for these deals, New Japan Pro Wrestling's parent company successfully purchased the Stardom Wrestling brand. Now, we kind of know in Japan, they like to keep things tight to the chest, keep it in with the family. We know how it goes. So now New Japan has picked up this brand. If you're not familiar with Stardom, this is the all-women's wrestling promotion that goes on in Japan. First thing that came to my mind, New Japan does not have a women's division at all. Throughout the years, we've seen a few, I guess you could say the valets and the women that come down to the ring with certain ones of the superstars, but they've never actually had matches. So my initial response to that was, oh, they're about to add a women's division to New Japan. I think they're probably going to hold off on that for a little while, but I do think that is something that they're looking to plan around.
That joke's gonna kill.
That joke's gonna be this. Stardom is already fire, and then put the power of New Japan behind them, it's gonna be an amazing thing. But New Japan still sneaking around and doing some stuff. They had a press conference that no one knew that was actually coming up. They announced it maybe about 4 or 5 hours before it actually happened. I thought they were gonna say, oh, here comes the women's division. No. It's actually them starting another or a subsidiary company to New Japan here in the States called New Japan Pro Wrestling of America. Now, they're going for it. We already know in here in the US, a lot of people like New Japan Pro Wrestling. It works a little bit differently than how the WWE does. I will tell you this. So far, they said there's 3 phases to this, and they've already done the first 2 phases. So this tells me they've been looking at doing this for some time now. Biggest announcement they made out of it for 2020 and 2021, there's at least going to be 12 shows that are going to be over here in the States that they're going to put on. Right quickly, I'm going to run through them. On the West Coast, it's going to include 4 states, including 6 cities. In the mid-United States, there's going to be 6 states with 7 cities being toured there. In the Southeast, we'll include 4 states with 6 cities we're going to visit there. And on the East Coast, we're going to have 3 states with 4 cities across them. Texas, huge state, is getting 4 cities to themselves. Absolutely crazy the amount of New Japan Pro Wrestling we're probably going to see in the States soon. I'm looking forward to that. I've only been able to go to one New Japan Pro Wrestling event when it was here in New York. I would like to go to more. Unfortunately, I can't just up and run across the Pacific Ocean to go to Japan. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. Now moving on. Now normally, the gaming stuff we do on cutscenes, but this actually involves wrestling, so we're gonna do that here. One thing wrestling fans always look forward to each year is a brand new wrestling video game. And this year, WWE 2K20 released. And boy, let me tell you how this game is broken. Now, we expect when games come out, I'm sure you guys can all attest to this, sometimes, you know, we may expect a bug here and there. I mean, things happen. Some slight. We get a patch, cool, it's fixed. 2K20 apparently just has bugs every place possible within the game. Now, I always say, you know what, I want to get in and play it. I haven't had the opportunity to play it, but I've had people that have come to me, of course, that know that I play WWE games and was like, this game is absolutely horrible. From one, you're wrestling in the ring and your character just decides to disappear and go off someplace else and you can't see what you're actually doing because your character is over on the stage but you're still fighting in the ring. What in the world? Or you're getting ready to win that match and you're waiting for that ref to count 1, 2, 3 and he just stands there. It doesn't count at all. Just stands there and stares. Or I don't need to talk about the creative character portion of it. I'm sure if you guys out there are familiar with 2K, NBA 2K, they're the ones that are helming the game right now. We know the issues that NBA 2K has had, and those issues are showing up now in WWE 2K. So if you're not familiar, the company Ukes, which has been on WWE games pretty much since the beginning, they are not involved in this project at all.
They're doing their own wrestling thing.
And they doing their own thing. And it's clearly showing that they were the ones that were putting the polish on these WWE games to a degree. Now, I didn't buy it. I've been on the fence about it for some time now, especially seeing the character models. Some of the characters do not look like themselves at all. When they showed the first preview of The Rock, for you guys out there that are familiar with Maven, that won Tough Enough way back in the day, it looks like a super buffed up Maven. No. Same thing, John Cena looks weird. Renee Young, she even went on her Twitter page and was like, this happens to me every year. And I was like, yikes. Looking at some of the characters from 2K19, you clearly see a difference. 2K19 looks better than 2K20. That's a problem. So, 2K, I'm gonna need you guys to work on this, because if you want me to pick this up, you got a lot of work to do. Now, I gotta do some other things, so guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. That's been another Wrestle Wednesday. Big thing I want to do before I leave, I gotta send a shout out to all our patrons. If you're not currently subscribed to us, go ahead and hop over, check it out, subscribe to us at the tier that you like to. But until then, this has been Jokes, and I'll catch you later. What's good, Loading Snacks universe? Did you think that was too sweet? Well, do me a favor. Like, share, and subscribe on whatever platform you're watching us on. And also, jump on over to patreon.com/loading snacks, where you can support us in everything we do and pick the tier of your choice. Much appreciated.